our second guest of the morning here on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This dude was ahead of his time when he was on the court for the Guntersville Wildcats in the mid to late 90s. He was a 4-year starter from ninth grade to his senior year, and back then that was uncommon. Played for Phillip Colley, played for a state championship at Guntersville High School, went on to be a really good player in the GSC at West Georgia, and now has opened one of the most unique facilities in all of North Alabama. I was a part of that for 4 days, Supreme Courts, and you can follow them, S Courts on Twitter, at S Courts, and Gville, at S Courts Gville, and also on Instagram, all forms of social media, on Facebook. But this facility is remarkable. They're going to have another play date today. A lot of star power coming to Guntersville, the scenic Lake City. That's where my parents are now retired, a beautiful city, have a lot of family there. But Jonathan Hyde is joining us now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline, and he has built this facility. It's going to be 5 years old in August. He and Shane McFry do a remarkable job putting on play dates throughout the week, Monday through Friday. This place is jumping, and that's going to be jumping today, and he's going to join us and talk about Supreme Courts now on the Neighbors Wealth Management Hotline. Jonathan, welcome. You're with Drew DeArmond, Scott Tyson on ESPN 97.7 The Zone. How are you?
Doing well. Appreciate you guys having me.
Yes, sir. And talk about your vision for this, because this kind of facility is kind of uncommon. We don't have one here in the Rocket City. We have a lot of great facilities here, but we don't have something like that you've put together in Guntersville. I know Guntersville is growing exponentially, just like the Rocket City is. A lot of new ball fields being put in. We've talked about the Sand Mountain Amphitheater, but your facility is very unique for basketball, volleyball, a lot of action in the summer. In June now, this month, has become huge for you and huge for Supreme Courts.
Yeah, June is a huge month for us. We had a little over 900 teams come in town to play. Today we got a huge day. We got what I think is 5 of the top 10 teams in the state here, some unbelievable matchups all day. I think we have 80 games total on our roster, our slate today. So looking forward to watching some good ball.
No question. And Jonathan, talk about with our listeners how what a process it is to coordinate something like that. 80 games in a day. I know they're not all at Supreme Courts, but you guys have to set up locations, get these. You have an excellent staff there and a lot of people that do their jobs and put this in motion. But 80 games in a day is quite remarkable and quite an undertaking.
It's a huge undertaking. I couldn't do it without staff, and Shane McFry does an unbelievable job. He books it, goes out, he communicates, finds the matchups, does an unbelievable job to create the unbelievable June, great June for us. Obviously the gym's packed, and we get to watch some great athletes play basketball.
Where did this vision come from?
I just realized that the kids were starving for something, for the training, for games. There's no when I played years ago that we had to travel, hours and hours to go play competition. I just thought that there was something to give back to bring people here to North Alabama to play. And unfortunately, we have teams come from all over the state, out of the South, really, to come play against our local kids.
Yeah, and it's remarkable because at 10:40 this morning, you're going to have one of the best programs in the Southeast, Webb out of Knoxville. They're going to play the Huntsville Crimson Panthers. Then you're going to have Pinson Valley there. I saw Pinson Valley last week in Hoover. They have, Coach Barber does a great job. They are, some people believe, maybe the best team in 6A. Then you've got Denton Johnson and Ramsey are going to be there as well. And last week you had Robbie Coker in Plainview. You've had Tyler Davis in Mountain Brook. As you said, Jonathan, this facility is already attracting teams, not just from North Alabama and maybe the Rocket City, but from all over the state.
Yeah, they're coming. We get them from Georgia, several from Georgia, Mississippi, some from Florida. We get them from all over. Volleyball, we've had teams as far as Indiana, Ohio. I think a team came in from Miami in March. So Supreme Courts is getting the name out there of a great facility to host events. So fortunate for us and all the locals, teams are coming from all over to play.
Mm-hmm. And Jonathan, I know one thing too. You've added Bart Heist to your staff. He does a great job. He's one of the greatest high school players in the state's history from Winfield High School. Played on Richard Williams' Final Four team at Mississippi State in 1996, and also now has been a big part of the AHSAA radio network and television with WOTM and the state tournament, but also now. You guys are trying to not just expand and be a big factor in June, but you guys are wanting to carry some live events and do some things during the high school basketball regular season in November at Supreme Courts.
Yes, we have our first live event. Really excited about it. It's the Scottsboro Wildcats versus the Plainview Bears matchup of two great teams, two great coaches. November the 10th, live TV. Of course, Bart will be covering the game. We're really looking forward to that. Then in December, we have Coleman versus Ramsey.
Oh,
another
wow.
great 5A, 6A matchup of two great teams. So we're expanding out, doing more live stuff, more big-time matchup games, and we're going to do that for volleyball and basketball. We're going to start trying to do media days for the kids, giving out player of the week, player of the month type of stuff, just to give recognition to the guys and girls that are working so hard. I think everyone noticed.
Yeah, and that's huge. I mean, and as you said, let's emphasize that you're doing this for both men's and women's basketball, also for these individual workouts for these young people to get not just the coaches' exposure, but the players' exposure as well.
Yes, we just got through working out. Bart and I had, I think 16 kids in the gym this morning, working on some jump stops, finishing higher shots, just get them in the gym, ball handling. Bart does an amazing job of that. Brian DeMott with Shooter's Paradise, he comes in, does his clinics and workouts. He does a phenomenal job. So we have a great staff of booking games for training. I mean, we kind of got full circle now, so it's great to have all those guys in the gym.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And then like today's play date, when you get star power like Huntsville High, I got a chance to have a really good team in 7A. Nearly winning a 5A title, Ramsey last year. Denton Johnson's been knocking on that door. When you get Pinson Valley, when you get and again, it brings a lot of people and a lot of business to Supreme Courts, but and there's a lot of atmosphere though. I really like the way you've set the place up. There's bleachers on both sides of the floor, a lot of energy in the gym. It's a lot of fun to get out there and see a lot of great basketball on 3 full-length floors. And we even told the story of how you pulled that off with getting the 2006 Florida Gators floor on the one on the far end at the end of your facility. It's a really remarkable place to watch games, Jonathan.
Yeah, it's a great venue. We're really proud of it. I don't think there's a better sports facility for atmosphere. I know it's hard to get with the big span, but we've got the curtains kind of close it off. The bleachers are getting tight, and it'll be rocking today with some of these matchups. I can't wait. If you're a ball guy, I love to watch great basketball. The Supreme Court's the place to be today. We start first game tips at 9, and we're excited. We're excited about it.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, and I know you're excited about November. And I know you're still wanting to add more live events in the future, Jonathan. This is something. I guess the next phase of this business for Supreme Court is live events and being able to bring great teams like the Scottsboroughs, the Plainviews, the Colemans, and the Ramseys to play in front of some big-time atmospheres.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to add a few girls matchups also, and look to probably add at least 1 or 2 more. We're going to do, probably have 8 total, and then look to expand on that throughout the year.
Mm-hmm. And then that'll be great for Supreme Courts. And if anybody, you guys have such great contacts, you and Shane, as you said, you work the phones. And let's also let the listeners know this is not just varsity girls and boys teams you guys allow to play at at your facility. You guys also feature JV, freshmen, and I even saw when I was over there with you the first couple of days, a high-level middle school game that you allow these young people to come compete.
Oh, yeah, sure. In June, we go all the way down to 7th grade, boys and girls. In our travel stuff and then our winter leagues, SYBL, we go as low as 2nd grade. So, we can have the youngsters in here. It's not just for the high school, the elite teams at all. In fact, we want to get a wide variety of everybody in the gym.
Mm-hmm. That is very significant, no doubt about that. Going all the way down to even the elementary school age young people that get a chance to compete over at Supreme Courts. So for anybody that wants to connect with you guys, Jonathan, that may want to have their team come compete with you and Shane, let everybody know how to connect with Supreme Courts. I know you guys are all over social media, but also I know they can call you guys. Let everybody know how to connect with Supreme Courts in Guntersville, Alabama.
They can shoot us an email at scourts2017@gmail.com, or they can give us a phone call at 256-527-1051, or they can give us a phone call to Shane McFry at 256-557-1399. Well,
Jonathan, we appreciate the time. We know in about 20 minutes it's going to be jumping over there. As you said, first game, 9 a.m. I'm pleased and really honored that you gave us some time this morning to talk about Supreme Courts and the play date coming up today. Again, starting at 9 a.m., and I'll be over there later once again. Great facility, right down from the Charburger, and an institution for about 40 years in Guntersville. But if you want to see some great action on Highway 69, come to Supreme Courts in Guntersville, Alabama. Some of the best high school basketball in the state. And the month of June has become huge in the process, and so has Jonathan Hyde, Shane McFry, and that great staff over there. Thank you, sir, and really appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you, guys. Hope to see you soon.
If you want to see some great action